Since leaving the UK, I've ridden over 5,000 miles through 11 different countries. My route has been constantly evolving. Europe was easy. Russia has been fascinating, but I'm still sad about Kazakhstan. My experiences have been extremely varied, all except for one thing: mosquitoes. Right, so tonight's another mosquito-filled campsite then. I've learned how to deal with the mozzies. You keep everything you can covered up, and anything that's exposed, that's where you put your mosquito repellent. It generally works, but it just leaves the problem of your ears, because I mean, they don't seem to bite when I'm covered in mosquito repellent, but they do go in my ear, which is just horrible. Look at these buggers, they're trying to eat me through my bike clothing. You see them going along checking. Any blood here? No. Any here? No. Over there? No. Have some of that. I'm about 250 kilometres outside Novosibirsk. It seems that the night before last, some drunk person knocked my bike over, hard, and it smashed the left-hand pannier. I managed to straighten out all the dents on the front here, but I've also noticed that it's cracked the frame in 2 places. So today, once I've found my accommodation for tonight, my next job is to get that welded. One thing that's exciting when you go to a foreign country is that sometimes you go out and you buy food in a supermarket, but you never quite know what you've bought. I'm reliably informed that today what I'm eating is chicken stomachs. Unusual, but tasty nonetheless. Right, so something pretty extraordinary's just happened. I was just gearing up for probably what I was thinking was going to be quite a long day, trying to find somebody who can weld the cracks in my frame. And a guy just comes wandering over, talking to me about the bike and things. I mentioned that I've got 2 cracks and I need them welded. And he says, yeah, I've got a welder. I was like, what do you mean? And he's actually got a welder sat out the back of his car in the car park next to me. He's going to do it for free. How awesome's that? It turned out the cracks were slightly more complicated than first thought. So a short trip down the road and the work began.
I need a change, 'cause it's all going wrong for me. Somebody else need me now. I need a change, 'cause it's all going wrong for me. Somebody else.
Right, so I thought I was going to have to be searching around for hours to find somewhere that would get my bike welded, and within minutes it's done. These guys here have just done it off the cuff. We went literally about 200 yards down the road and it's done. Sorted, even painted. Nice. Thank you very much for your skill. Cheers, man. Thank you. When I was in Novosibirsk, I went to a hostel where I met this lovely girl called Yulia, who's here now. She lives in a town called Gorno-Altaysk, which is where we are now. Anyway, she's been showing me around the city, and now we're in the local square, and yeah, we're going to see what the sights are. Yulia took me to Victory Park to see the Eternal Flame, a war memorial which can be found in every major city in Russia, commemorating the fallen in the Great Patriotic War, or the Second World War to you and I. Ironically, there was another war going on at the other end of the park. Oh no! Empty bottle.
There's nothing wrong with a bit of water. Holy shit! I give up! I surrender!
At the Battle of Gorno-Altaysk, the British Expeditionary Force were outnumbered and outgunned. It was a humiliating defeat. I'm in the Altay region, about 400 kilometers away from the Mongolian border, and a new problem has arisen. I just feel constantly drained of energy. A good night's sleep isn't helping. It's not that, it's not sleep, it's something else. I just find myself drifting off on the bike. I realise I've got to pull over, have a rest, and I figure I've only done about, 30 miles or something? There's something wrong, I don't know what it is. When the temperature rises, I lose my appetite. So in an effort to combat the tiredness, I've taken to forcing myself to eat. It's not easy. When I was in Kiev, I noticed that I had just 30 days to get from Ukraine over to the Mongolian border. I had to get across there by July the 14th. Today's July the 9th. That's the Mongolian border. I've made it. Yes! As soon as I was on the far side, asphalt became a thing of the past. The Mongolian roads are likely to be the most difficult of the entire journey. This will test me to my limits. Thank you for watching my videos, guys. I'm trying to raise £3,000 for aid for Japan. So please help me reach my target by going to littledom.co.uk and click the donate button.